Happy New Year. Happy fiscal New Year. I want to put that straight. Happy fiscal New Year.
Happy New Year, Happy New Year. How are you feeling today? How was your first day of 2023? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. So definitely let us know where you're watching from. If you're on Instagram, you don't see the van, but you will be able to hear the van. Hello, Facebook and YouTube. My name is Zay Faith, and I am the business friend. And my beautiful, wonderful co host is the Vandy Connector. And today, on the very first day of 2023, we're going to, be talking about 2023 priorities, right? And so, um, it's really, for me, I'm not gonna lie, it feels just like a fresh month, even though I know it's 2023. Right, we're in a whole new year, right? But it feels like a fresh month, a strong month. And so, I'm looking forward for what the month of January brings. Because I don't know about you, but one thing that I am learning is we get to enjoy the journey. We get to be mindful and be present in what's happening in our life now and what's going on in our life now and who we are now, and we get to develop and cultivate that. So in this video, in the band, he's going to go a little bit deeper, but one reason why we really wanted to go live real quick and just talk about the priority of 2023 is because, again, life is a journey, and it's about for me, this is how I do it, but like, what are the three categories on my life? Like, if I got 3% better every single day, if I just improve and make progress a little bit every single day, every single week, every single month, like, how would that change the trajectory of my life? So, like, focusing on three priorities, for the year versus saying, oh, I need to do everything and all the things, because not only does that keep the stamina, and keep the momentum to go from year to year, month to month, day to day, week to week, but also, it's really not existing. Because I mean, for myself, I know there has been times, and definitely as you begin to tune in and tell us hello, I can see on Instagram, but on YouTube and Facebook, I see numbers, but I can't see who you are. So let us know where you're watching from, and how was your first day of January? Definitely talk to us and let us know. But there has been moments in my life where I was just head down, just trying to get to the goal, and look back, I'm like, dang, I don't have any memories from that moment of my life, or it was painful because I was just hurry up and trying to get there versus actually living and experiencing, exploring, and feeling my life. So when we kind of slow down and actually focus on progress, and we're super clear on what are our targets in this moment in our life, then it seems to be a little bit more pleasurable for me. So, Devan, talk to me. What about your 2023 priorities? How do you explore your how do you explore your priorities for the year, and then what are you looking for this year?
Yeah, no, so it's interesting. So like I've started executing already on those priorities, and literally as we're like, welcoming this kind of financial new year, the things that I'm looking to develop on, challenges came around those areas.
Mm.
And I was like, you can't make this up. You cannot make this up. It was interesting. It was interesting. I was like, what? Why? All of the time. Like I was like, okay, this is confirmation that what the thing I decided, because when you decide your priorities, everyone knows what their priorities are, right? But it's like, for me, I mean, I kind of operate on a lot of intuition, but also a lot of logic as well. But like my intuition, it trumps it most of the time. So like out of the gate, I was just like business, spiritual, leadership development. That's the first thing that came out of my mouth, right?
Mm.
And then there's challenges in all those areas that I got to overcome, and I'm still and then elevate from that. And like those are priorities, because the business development, the spiritual development, the leadership development, those are important for me, because it's not only going to allow me to expanding my visions, allow me to make 2023 literally the best like it can be, and to make myself the best I can be every day, because I'm gonna be consciously doing activities, consciously gonna be thinking the way I need to think, and operating the way I need to think in order to develop, and in order to be what I know it looks like, and what because I mean I wrote down what I want that to look like as well. You know, like what does it look like you doing those priorities? So it's like, what are those to dos around those things you want to develop? Because everyone can say, well, oh, I want to develop in this way. Okay, yeah, now you know what you want to do. You probably know why. Now let's put some hows, like what to do, or like, you know what I mean. So to bring all of these things in together, to make it realistic, to make it tangible, to make it like, okay, yeah, this is progress that I can measure going forward, that I know every day I'm doing this thing because I know it's going to get me closer to that thing, you know. So like, for example, like this month I'm starting a leadership program, so that's already the priority ticking off for this next 6 months. And then the business development, you know, both of us were moving into a exciting realm with our company, Total Freedom Ventures, and stuff like that. So and the events that we're going to be stacking moving with this year. So that's going to be exciting, because there's going to be a lot of business development and expansion from that. And then of course the spiritual side, you know, the people that know me, they know they know me as spiritual, but I know that a lot of my power comes from is a lot. I have a lot of spiritual power, like in terms of the fact that a lot of my insights come from experiences that I had, or other stuff as well. But that's helped me shape my character as well. So it's like, and like that can come with like being that, because spiritual and business, that comes with leadership as well. So it's like they both mix together very well. And so oftentimes where we're developing spiritual, you have a lot of character building moments, these obstacles we have to overcome. But it's like now we have to involve this creativity side within us, you know, that the faith within us, you know, the whatever that looks like. And that's why for me, I take this very seriously, when I take it very seriously. So but I don't go telling people what to do. I like to share what I'm doing, because I know I know what's working for me, you know. And it's funny because we was talking like the other day about Kwanzaa, and because that was a principle based holiday, right? And there were so many principles, like cooperative collective work, you know, cooperative economics, you know, like creativity, purpose, all of these things, they really attribute to our spiritual development and our leadership and our business development. So those are things that I was reminded of as well, that I'm going to carry with me as a priority. So I was like, whenever I feel stuck, am I really being creative? You know, whenever I might feel like I'm procrastinating or lazy, like, what do I have to reevaluate my purpose? Like, you know what I mean? So it's like, or if I have that slight feeling that I don't know if I can do this, like that's a test of faith. Like, do you really believe in what you believe in? Like, do you believe in yourself firstly? You know, do you believe in your vision? You know, and these character building moments, they're gonna pop up. I know they're gonna pop up this year, especially in 2023. So like everyone as well, like if you listen to this, like ask yourself whether your priorities are really gonna help you or hurt you, you know, and really evaluate your actions moving forward, and whether that's really contributing to, whether all your actions, your thoughts and stuff like that is actually contributing to the progress of your priorities. So yeah.
Yeah. So do you hear an echo?
I do hear an echo from your side. Kind of.
I'm gonna turn this down a little bit. Hopefully it doesn't mess the video up too much. Yeah. So yeah. So and I'm like, dang it, maybe we should have talked about the last day of Kwanzaa, because today is the Monday, which is AKA.
Oh, that's crazy.
So happy Kwanzaa, for everyone who celebrates Kwanzaa, we celebrate Kwanzaa. And honestly, like, I'm really about to be promoting Kwanzaa because, like, when we did our I don't even know, our celebration this past year, I feel like we went super deep and we learned way more than, like that we even knew. And so happy Kwanzaa. Today is the 7th day of celebration, and it is Amani, which is faith. And we get to have faith, like you were saying, in ourselves, in each other, in the community, and just that, in short, everything always works out for us. So happy Kwanzaa, happy Imani, happy faith. But so my 3 priorities for this year are self-development, continued self-development, business, and then also mastery. Like, I want to, like, when you just think of certain people, you just know like they mastered something. So, I really want to become masterful in certain areas of my life. And so, the cool thing about what I'm learning is focusing on progress, is knowing that I'm giving myself grace and I'm giving myself patience. So before, when I'm just like, oh, I just need to get to the goal, it was just like, let me hurry up. But now I'm okay with figuring it out and pivoting and changing my mind and, giving myself tough things to do in the now in order to get it. Like, I'm more adaptive, I'm more flexible, versus just like, it has to work like this, it has to look like this, it has to be like this. And so, also, I kept hearing you talk about clarity. Kept hearing you like that every time you said something, the word clarity came up. And whenever we, let things unfold in our life, it gives us space to practice, to experience the things that work and the things that don't work. And in that process, we become clear. In that process, we, figure out, okay, I thought that was the thing that I was passionate about, but really there was a whole different level of something that I didn't even know existed, or I didn't even know. Because what I am learning is the things that we don't know, those are the things that hold us back or accelerate us in life. So the more adventurous and curious we are, the more we are on track to completion, or to getting there, so to speak. So yeah, definitely having clarity. And so when we write down our 2023 priorities, right, because this is what we're talking about now in this moment, definitely, if you have one priority, you're gonna accelerate so fast, you're gonna hit your goals because that is your only focus. So if something doesn't contribute to that goal or that focus or whatever, that you won't be spending any time, energy, effort, or money there, right? But for people who I don't know about you, but people like us, there are a couple things we like, what, I can't neglect my self-development. I need to continue to work on this. So let at least a third of my day go towards improving my character, my belief, my my character, right? And so so knowing that, okay, if I only focus on self-development, maybe I could have it by the end of the year. But I'm willing to say, you know what, this is a lifetime journey. Or, it's going to take me a couple years to get my self-development at a 10-10 for my personal goals. So really, hey, really, not going more than 3 priorities. And when we say priority, we're saying your target, your goals, your focus. You can use all those words interchangeably, but I like priority because it's like consciously, it's like, okay, yeah, this is my goal. I got a lot of goals, right? I feel like I've overused it, so I had to switch it up. Okay, girl, is this a priority? Is this a priority? Is it more of a priority for you to enjoy this cupcake or for you to be healthy? What's your priority, right? So, that's why I like using it. That's why I don't know. I've been using that lately. I don't know. But yeah, so when you have like your priorities laid out, it really shapes your year. Because I know I've spoken to so many people who are like, well, I don't know what my purpose is, or I don't know, my next step, or I mean, I know that there's more, but I'm allowing fear to hold me back because I haven't seen it yet. I haven't seen anybody else do it yet, or I just don't know, right? And so we're just kind of like not really going deep and not going all in because we don't know, right? But that's life. Like, we don't know. But whenever you begin to I'm gonna say dance with your priority, it opens up, a way for you to learn more about I'll just use so when I said self-development, like there's so many layers of myself that I'm like, that's new to me. I don't know. I haven't experienced that. But if it is going to help me, I'm willing to open up the door and at least look around. You know what I'm saying? At least like, play with, the different experiences and practices. So
Yeah, exactly.
that's where clarity comes from. Clarity comes from experience. It comes from, I would say experience.
I mean, like, if anyone wants to like get a clearer view of, like, let's say, because everyone know, let's say, maybe we don't know. Some people don't know what they want, but someone you want something. You know that this is a priority. You know. So like, what's that knowing? That knowing is like a short word for knowledge. You have certain knowledge of something, but that knowledge is not fully expressed. So imagine this knowledge is just a bunch of dots on the paper. It doesn't. It just they look random. They're all scattered, right? But what if you drew a line there and then drew a line there and drew
That's
another line,
good.
and you end up creating this masterpiece. You end up creating like
That's
picture.
good.
You end up creating this mosaic. But what was all those connections led to? Experience.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the knowledge won't be fully expressed until it's experienced. Like, so some of us we know how to do these, or we think we know, but we don't really know until we've experienced what we think we know. So these priorities we know we have these priorities, but once we experience them, that's when the development's gonna come. The knowledge is that I remember saying this one time, like, the difference between personal development and personal development education. You can go on YouTube, you get education, all other stuff. You can go these places and get the education. But now real personal development is when we put in that thing into action, and we're really immersing ourselves in that process, immersing ourselves in the desire, in that knowledge of what we want, and that knowledge of the things that we don't know, or even finding those things that we don't know. So it's really that discovery, and really that enrolling ourselves to become our best self as well. So so everyone, like, whatever you do with your priorities, every day seek a way to experience, a way to progress in whatever you're seeking to develop in, like, because you already know where you want to develop, but are you doing something about it? That's what's key.
And maybe you don't know, but but we do know. It's just that we're not allowing ourselves to explore. Meaning, a lot of people don't believe this, but I didn't want to be the person on the front. But ever since I've been little, I've always had the signs that I am the voice.
Yeah.
Ever since I was a kid, I remember like watching TV shows. I remember, when I was in school and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna be a journalist. Like, but even though I didn't pursue journalism, even though I am not on like, some TV host for a show yet, like using my voice and speaking up about things that I think are important, that's what I do now. And whenever I'm in this lane, like, so many opportunities, so many blessings, so much self-discovery is happening.
Yeah.
so much alignment in my life. But whenever I wasn't doing these things and I was playing small and I was pretending like I didn't know, like I knew, I just was afraid or wasn't sure. But you're not sure until you don't experience. But I know we're going on a whole different
It's funny, this is a side note as well, like for anyone that's on like Instagram, literally Instagram have a feature called Explore. What do people go to do? What do people go to do on that Explore? They want to know.
That's good right there.
They go there to know. To know what?
To something
exactly,
new.
But to know what they want to know,
or they don't know yet. That's good.
Like,
that's real good.
So like with every action, let's take some introspection of like, what is there major meaning behind this? Is it like very intentional as well?
Mm-hmm.
Like you know what was it? Solange was like, do nothing without intention or something. You know, so, I forgot what song it was, but it doesn't matter. But do nothing without intention.
Yeah.
And it's like, that's so important because we get to empower our mind, body, and spirit in everything we do. You know, we get to be more productive, we get to be more efficient, but we have to get our priorities. We have to know what our priorities are, and then experience that, really engage in it. And that's what I'm on about for this year coming up.
Yeah. So what we want to know is, what are your what are the categories? You don't have to tell us like exact. You know, some people like, oh.
Yeah, comment below. What's your 3 priorities for 2023?
Or what are your priorities? What is your main priority? If you only got one priority, like we want to know. But if you got up to 3, definitely let us know what are your priorities. Like I said, mine is definitely self-development, business scalability, and mastery. Those are my 3 priorities. The Ben's are spirituality, leadership development, and business as well. So we want to know, let us know, what are your priorities for 2023? And yeah, I mean, let's just get to it. Let's have fun. Let's declare, you know, a full experience, like more energy, more life, more, you know, freedom in exploring and figuring out ourselves and just our like through our priorities, you know, and just, you know, really living this part of our lives big and loud, like really living it up.
Yeah, like really start like using our imagination, stretching our imagination as well, like, because that's an asset that we get to use as well. Our creativity, we get to like explore, like, this is what can happen if I do this. So I'm gonna explore this. I'm gonna experience this. I'm gonna do what I can to know what I don't know, because I know it's gonna make me grow. Like why not? Like, get excited about that. Like sometimes, like, I mean, some days I'll be like, I don't want to do this. I'll be like typing up something, and then I realize why I'm doing it. I'm like, oh yeah. I can't wait to see what happens after this.
Yeah, and then just remember, like, when all that, all those lies come up, whether it's lack of self or just those fears or just things that aren't serving us while we are going after our priorities, just remember, the only thing we cannot come back from is death. That's the only thing we cannot come back from. So no matter how, failure is not bad. Like failure is like a beautiful learning experience. It's just a learning experience on the journey of achieving our priority. So just remember that. And with that being said, Happy New Year, y'all. Happy Kwanzaa again. You know, and we wish you so much love, so many blessings, so much abundance, so much happiness, so much love, you know, so much achievement this year, so much experience in life, like just so much experience. And, you know, let's collaborate. Like, that's a lot of what we're going to be talking about this year, just collaborations, you know, as we're going in, you know, as we're making progress. We actually coming up, like the man said before, with some great things. And definitely keep your energy up, y'all. You know, and let's just make this the best year yet. Let's make this our best year. With that being said, happy 2023. See you later.
2023.
See you later.
Take care, everyone.